Okay, hello everyone watching from YouTube. So yeah, so as I said before, shit, my phone onto the floor. I need to put it on charge. I don't know why I didn't do that beforehand. Whatever. But yeah, as I told you guys, one of the pin badges fell off of my bag. Like it was like a butterfly, like moth one that was like right there, right, and I have the back to it because like it's like I put it on one of this front pocket here. So I have the pin badge, the back of the badge like fell off into the pocket, and I'm gonna readjust them all real quick. But yeah, I make sure that they're all like properly on. But yeah, so I've been like stressing out looking for it, and I literally texted my mom like before the stream, being like, "Hey, is there like a pin badge at yours somewhere?" And she said she'd look for it tomorrow. But yeah, I have no idea where it could be. Like, I'm pretty sure I had it. Pretty sure I had it when I was at my mom's earlier. So I feel like the only logical places it could be would either in my room here, because I was literally just cleaning it, like sorting stuff out, because my dad has been like sorting out my old room to remake it into an office. So like I've got like a bunch of my old stuff here. So it's either in my room somewhere, and like it just like fell off while I was cleaning, or it's in my dad's car. So I think tomorrow maybe I'm going to ask my dad to ask him to check his car to see if my badge is in there. That I'm gonna put my I'm gonna see if like it's either in there. If it's not, and it's not obviously in here, because I think tomorrow, while I'm obviously sorting out more stuff, what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do probably is just, while I'm watching Sugar Stream, or like when I get back home, because I'm going out with my grandma and my sister to do some Christmas shopping after my driving lesson tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just maybe when I get home from that, I'm going to probably do like a little bit more like revision on attachment, because that's the topic we've been doing like this week. That's a topic I need to like revise over for this week. What I'm gonna do is like after I've done a bit of revision, after I've come home, is like search my room. Like literally, like I had a ton of rubbish I took down earlier, and I literally just went through that, like a bunch of old shower stuff that like I got for Christmas like years ago. I literally searched through all of that, and like a bunch of my old like GCSE chemistry and biology and like GCSE science stuff that I don't need anymore, because obviously I don't do science anymore. I do psychology, which is like debatable whether it's an actual science or not, but yeah, we won't go there this stream. So yeah, and I think maybe next, I'm not sure, maybe next Sunday maybe I might do a cleaning stream. I'm not entirely sure as of yet of whether I want to do a cleaning stream or whether I want to do like a sim stream or a haunted house stream. I'll probably put a poll up on Twitter and see what you guys want. So yeah, anyways, so today we have the last trial for Farewell My Turnabout, and I think this is the last case of Justice for All, and then after that we're moving on to Trials and Tribulations. Now for Trials and Tribulations, I severely doubt that we're gonna finish Trials and Tribulations by the end of this year. Like, we're probably gonna get like halfway through, I think. Because there's 5 cases in Trials and Tribulations, and obviously, the last case number 5, I don't know what that one is. I can't remember the order of the cases. But, yeah, the last case is obviously going to be the longest one. Just like, you know, probably going to be the longest one, like Farewell My Turnabout has been, and Rise from the Ashes has been. So, yeah, anyways, let's actually get into this case. So we got to continue and go to the first part of the second trial. You good, Phoenix? How did I get into this mess? So, that's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh god. Oh shit, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Yeah! Silence! You're no longer worthy of your title. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I've had this dream before, someplace some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I was standing in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. I mean, he's technically not a killer because Matt and God are hiding an assassin. But this is definitely some moral grey water. Hello, this is Phoenix, right? You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Oh shit. If you please, Mr. Liar. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict. Maya, no, Maya. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard who a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. Maya, Phoenix, Mia, Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Who's calling Nick? Oh, it's that cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me a friend. I mean it. Oh no, it's just Gumshoe. I feel bad. It's Gumshoe. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Angard the guilty's verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two could draw it out. Oh, now I get it. Oh shit, yeah, because we told Edgeworth about Maya. So he's definitely on our side now. Like, he's probably gonna help us try and make the trial last longer. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Okay, so before we switch over into the courtroom, I'm gonna look up something. So, with this case, there's a Steam achievement where we can get the bad ending. So, I'm gonna look up how we get this ending. I think we get it in part 2 of the trial, I believe. Yeah, so we get it in part 2 of this trial. So, I'm gonna be bringing it up towards the end of the trial. And God, this is dark. But yeah, so I'm gonna be bringing this up probably whenever I need, when I can't think of it. But yeah, so the achievement is just, so there's a bad ending and a good ending, and I'll probably try to get that. So to get the bad ending, this just basically tells us the actions we need to do. But at some point towards the end of the case, we have to present the wrong evidence, and this will give us the bad ending, and then we can like reload like our save, and then we can present Shelley the killer and the videotape. I want to actually go through the evidence real quick. I want to go over the evidence real quick to see what we got on Friday when we did the investigation. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Angard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Corrido was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Angard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defense's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Oh, it's Will. Well, it was the chill character. Okay, before we get into Will's testimony, let's go over the evidence, because we have 3 pages of evidence to go through. So we have a bunch of stuff from the first investigation. So we have the nickel samurai photo. Then we have the press conference ticket. The radio transceiver we given by the killer who was posing as a bellboy, I think. And then we have info about Lotta's camera. I don't think Lotta's camera has come up yet because it was stolen on the night of the murder. And then we have the tabloid about the supposed affair between Juan Corrida and Adrian Andrews. And then we have the hotel guide map. I don't know how much we'll use this today, actually. It hasn't been brought up yet. While, everything else that we found pretty much everything else that we found in the first investigation has been, brought up at some point. So, I don't know when we'll use this map. Then we have the guitar case, which we used in the first trial, in the second part of the first trial, I think, to kind of like catch Adrian out when she was giving her testimony. And we have the wine glass that has Adrian's fingerprints on it. Then we have the crime photo. We've been shown this like a bunch of times. Then we have the button off of Juan Corrida's costume because he was the Jam Ninja. The suicide report of Celeste Impacts. And then the attempted suicide report of Adrian Andrews. And then we have Juan Corrida's autopsy report. Then we have the knife that was stabbed into Juan Corrida. If you don't know, Juan Corrida actually didn't die by the knife. He was actually strangled to death with a scarf and then stabbed with a knife after death, presumably after death. But you know, and then we've got a photo that Lotta took. I think after the murder? Yeah, after the murder. And as you can kind of tell, we saw this earlier. I showed you the photo earlier. But that photo that Lotta took was actually not of Matt Angard. Matt Angard is the guy who plays the Nickel Samurai, because this bottom half was like too long, because usually his like ankles and his feet shows when he's in costume, but in this one, not this photo. And this one, the like his pants go to the floor. So this kind of proves that it wasn't Matt Angard in this photo, and that's how we kind of led on to kind of Adrian admitting that she used a spare Nickel Samurai costume that was in Juan Corrida's guitar case. Why it was in Juan Corrida's guitar case, I don't remember. It's only been like 2 days. It's only been like a day in between when I streamed and when I've last streamed this. So I think it was cause Adrian. I think the reason that, okay, I don't know why it was specifically in his guitar case and not like a suitcase or anything, but the reason Juan Corrida brought it was to kind of expose something that Matt had done at the press conference after like the big like Hero of Heroes like award show. So yeah, and then this is the like calling card of Shelly the Killer, and then got a spy camera that was found in a bear that was running at the time of the murder, and a transmitter that sends footage to transmits data to presumably, I'm gonna say, the computers that were in Matt Angard's house, in Matt Angard's mansion. And then we've got the stuffed bear that had the camera in it. And we've got the credit card receipt that proved Angard bought this stuffed bear. And then we've got Celeste's photo that was found at Matt Angard's mansion. And then we've got a wooden bear, which I don't remember why we have this. Like, it says it's covered in many things cuts. I don't remember why we have this. Like, this is just the most out of place thing, because I do not remember how it ties back. Like with Celeste's photo, it like makes somewhat sense, because Celeste is somehow kind of tied to. I'm looking back because I can't see anything in the butterflies. Well enough because he's been a pain recently. But yeah, because Celeste was like, I think because she was in a relationship with Matt, and then I think she was in a relationship with Juan Corrida after that, and she was kind of like, I think she was Adrian's mentor as well. She was either Adrian or Juan's mentor. Wait, was she Juan's manager? I don't remember. I think she was Juan's manager and they might have been, I think they were in a relationship, and she was Adrian's mentor, so they were kind of related. Anyways, witness testimony. Time to get back to the witness testimony. Oh yeah, the profiles. So, the people that have been involved in this case so far. Maya, she was kidnapped by the killer for ransom so that we would get Matt a guilty verdict because Matt hired the killer to kill Juan Carida. Pearl, she's the one channeling Mia at the moment. Mia is Nick's mentor. And Mia died in the second in Turnabout Sisters, which was the second case of the first game. But like this is how Pearl can channel Mia. She channels her like spirit. And then we've got Gumshoe, our lovable detective who is always getting pay cuts, and he is currently on the investigation team to try and find Maya. Then we've got Francisca Von Karma. She was going to be our prosecutor for this case, but she got shot on the way to the first trial. I believe she was outside the courthouse when she got shot. She got shot in the shoulder, which is why Edgeworth is now the current prosecutor. And then we've got Edgeworth. He disappeared a year ago, came back, is now the prosecutor of our case because Francisca got shot. Then we've got Will Powers. He was at the Hero of Heroes award ceremony. He brought Maya, Pearl, and Nick along to the Hero of Heroes because we helped get Will a not guilty verdict because he was innocent in a murder trial from in like Universe 1 year ago. This was from the Turnabout Samurai case. He was innocent in the Turnabout Samurai case, and we got him a not guilty verdict. Then we've got Lotta. She comes up in like quite a few cases. I can't remember the name of the case she first came up in. It was case 4 in the first game. It was the one before Rise from the Ashes. Which one was that? What was that called? I don't remember. I'm gonna look on my channel because I know that I didn't. I know I could just search it up, but I know I didn't stream. I streamed this not too long ago. So yeah. Wait, did I? Did I put the name of this case in the title of my videos? What's this one? That one. Why did I name it? Okay. Let me see. Turnabout Goodbyes. That's the name of the case. Turnabout Goodbyes is the name of the case where Lotta first appears, and then she comes up. I think she comes up in one case before this one. I don't remember which one is that though. So yeah, she's the one who took the photo of Adrian in the Nico Samurai costume, and then we've got Juan Carida, the victim. He put the Jamming Ninja in the Ace Attorney universe. They have a bunch of different like TV shows that are related to samurais and ninjas and stuff like that. So yeah, they had like Steel Samurai, which was I think they had Steel Samurai and now Nickel Samurai and Jamming Ninjas. They just have a bunch of TV shows. Juan Carida and Matt Angard are actors. Juan Carida, don't really know him all too well, but then he was on bad terms and with Angard, and he was somehow related to Celeste. Like friends with Celeste, like Celeste was his manager, not like actually related. And then we've got Matt Angard, the client. He hired the killer. He hired Shelley the killer to kill Juan Carida, and now we have to get him a guilty verdict. Not guilty. We have to get him a not guilty verdict. Then we've got Oldbag. Wendy Oldbag. She also came up in Turnabout Samurai, and I don't like her. I think with Wendy Oldbag, it's like she's kind of weird to Edgeworth. Like, she has a major crush on him, but she goes on it in a weird way where it like makes Edgeworth uncomfortable. So it's like, and also like there's times where she just rambles on, and like I can't like I can't like read her text properly. But like her like what she's saying, I can't read what she's saying quick enough. So it's like she just rambles on and on. Then we've got Adrian Andrews, Vanguard's manager, and who at the end of the last trial we were like, she's the murderer, but now we know that's not the case. And we've got Celeste Impact. Yeah, so she was Karina's manager and they were engaged, and she was Adrian's mentor as well. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I think when Karina like broke off their engagement like 2 days before she committed suicide. That's what I just remembered. John Doe, aka okay, this is gonna be major spell, but whatever. AKA Shelly the Killer. I know this is Shelly the Killer. But yeah. This guy, we're just gonna have a whole good time with him. I think Shelly the Killer and like Matt and God are like really well written. Like Matt and God is always these guys such well written like characters. I really enjoy. Now you may not agree with me if you've already played this case or already watched the anime, but I really enjoy this case. Like Matt and God, it's like he's so well written that like I love how well written he is, to the point it makes me hate him because like if like I love how well written he is. I love this like character, but also okay, I love him as a character. I hate him as a person. You get what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, let's get into the witness testimony. I don't want this to go on for too long because again, we're only doing 2 parts of the case. We're doing part 1 and part 2 of trial 2. So yeah, and I'm checking a Discord ping. Just a second. So yeah. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Yeah! Will, please! And the only reason you're so in such a shit situation with like your career is because you got accused of murder. So yeah. Oh sorry, well, but I'm just kind of a nothing star guy. And neither matter, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like we were with Powers like a decent amount of time. Like we were with him at the very start, because obviously he had brought us to the Hero of Heroes, like award show. So we were with him, and then I remember us going back to the like main hall, the Viola hall, and he was there. So he didn't. So yeah, I wonder why he was still. I wondered what he was still doing, like on the crime scene. But you know. I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. I need to do is answer what you ask. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Vanguard's room. Okay, sure. Witness testimony. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night and I couldn't make them wait for me. yeah, us. Does it sound out of place in Mr. Power's testimony? And talking with the bell by his son is not a big deal. It's no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. God was speaking with was an ordinary bell boy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap? Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in headfirst, right? You know, and we know what we do before cross-examinations. We have to save. Just so if we fuck this up really badly and we lose all our penalty points that are behind the follower goal. I keep forgetting that the penalty points are behind the follower goal. I keep forgetting that, and I can't be asked moving the follower goal. So yeah, cool. But if we screw up really badly and we lose all of our penalty points, then we could just reload here. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm a sponsor, like a big brother sort of, and I want to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright! What is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor paid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers, and we know he's not the killer. Like, he was with us. Like, he was like with. I'm pretty sure he was like. I'm 99% sure. Like, I'll say I'm like 70% sure he was with us. Like, at the time of the murder. Was he? I don't remember now. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the winner suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time. Yeah, witness. I'll personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? He's just doing his job. My man's just doing his job, eh? Are you sure that was my card? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboy-ish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I don't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why do I think that was the right? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. Yeah. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. You did? Why was Matt giving a tip to the bellboy suspicious though? That's like a relatively normal thing to do. Right? It's like a normal thing to do. So who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. But that would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I'm back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like exclusive water from Stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat this right? That night? I don't remember that happening at all. I was making such a racket in a hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from the story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. What the fuck do we do then? Do we present evidence? Wait. Do we bring up the fact that Adrian said that he was taking a nap, maybe? perfectly normal, like, testimony. Like, I see nothing wrong with this. Like, I'm kind of stuck, not gonna lie. I'm stuck on the first testimony. Oh, the trial, Jesus Christ. Let's run this one again. What? What do we do? Actually, Mr. House, only a few minutes ago you stated, you know, I did feel something weird. It's because Matt, well, he gave the bell by tip. We had to do it in first fucking order. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Edgeworth wasn't there, so I don't know. Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Yeah. To give the bellboy a tip, what's so strange about that? Ah, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I tried to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. Why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, I'm interested. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious at all of us. What do we do now? I'm going too reliant on this. I think I can really object to it. I mean, we can argue that a fat roll of cash isn't really odd. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what is it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? What for? Oh wait, the murder. Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carrera. And the bellboy the witness saw, yes, he was the assassin. Yeah, I knew it. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? Fucking never, Edgeworth. And yet somehow you still fucking lose whenever I'm in the courtroom. So, yeah. Except today, because we're actually going to try and lose for the bad ending to get the Steam achievement. So, yeah. I have here the card showing the killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the killer? He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bell boy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. Okay, what did you see? What did you see? This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bell boy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bell boy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. If that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That'd be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. That's nervous laughter. We have got to save again. Oh. What time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 PM, right? I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 PM by that time. You don't want further details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Are you sure it's the same bellboy? Yeah. How could you tell? Other bellboys wore the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright? Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why are you sip and grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a car, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide? Should we let it slide? I'm trying to put the first one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. That really isn't. I'm gonna miss a penalty point now. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I accept that the witness's previous testimony be supplanted with this new one. I trust. I'm going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious. I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy. Oh yeah, he was holding the drinks. He was holding a tray in his hand. And there's a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? Pretty sure it was tomato juice. If you could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed. Some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another drug for the court record. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of the Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. I guess a thief and assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yeah, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. So, do you have a picture of his room? Like, we have the wine glass, which I feel like we could present, possibly. Wait. Yes, we could present the murder photo! Because you can see the tray is literally here. It's literally here. Okay, I'm going to present this. If not, I can present the wine glass. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got a lot of stitches and so, a baseball has stitches. Isn't all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I'd like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Koreda's body. I'm just maybe switch it over so I can more easily see chat. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, it's the tray. And you can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Koreda's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Koreda was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth, yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. Blame Edgeworth. Blame Edgy Boy. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Why there's no one more thing he would like to share with us. Is there? I thought I was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? Corey had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? That sounds not strange. Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. What do you mix that earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. But does this make the bellboy look really suspicious? Alright, God's focus. Can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So what? So fucking what? So? A football is made of leather. They said all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? We're just bullying Powers now. Despite the fact that he is like one of our previous clients. I feel bad. I feel bad for Powers. I feel bad for him. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I think that even someone like myself can believe he was just a bellboy. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. We have our third witness testimony. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room, and then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kind of saw all of that by accident. Some accident? I say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to the high heaven. It's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe you, Powers. This feels like such a betrayal. And after we defended you, and turned about samurai, and got you that not guilty verdict. Nah, can't be asked for that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star. How many times does it say that you're a poor underpaid action star? But even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? From the door of the bathroom with my left eye in a sort of sneaky spy, like. So spying! I knew it was spying! Yeah! Please, does it really matter if you're doing it underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. I said, hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask him about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? And you said you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Angard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Angard himself, I say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing... Okay, we can probably ask him about the something that was given. Ask him about this something. He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it as something, would I? But it implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to sum my testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all he could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all of this really important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was now. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. Wooden statue. What do we have as a wooden statue? Like, what do we know of that? Like, has a wooden statue? Oh wait, the bear? The bear made... No wait, it was small. It could have been this massive fucker. Maybe this? Wait. Yeah, a wooden bear-shaped figurine. A statue? Yeah, it kind of looks like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know. Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is in short term. I'm going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? I think I know what it is. It's the bear, isn't it? It's this bear figurine. What's the point of that pregnant What? What? I feel like this just should be my thumbnail if I can find it on Google Images. But this is just so fucking hilarious. I don't know why I find it so funny. Where did that objection come from? We'll speak up. It was me, Anna. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, there's something you saw Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Oh, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Mangard's mansion. At a defendant's house? Yeah. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Correa in his room. And he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. And the bear being found at Mr. Angard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Angard is the killer's client. He already knew that, though. Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate set of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment is sound. Actually, I figured that would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. And even if you hadn't shown it in court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright. There's still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we kind of have that. Alright, Mr. Wright. What question or point would you like to explore further? What the fuck does... I'm not losing 2 minutes of points over this shit. The bear itself? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright, this was found at Mr. Angard's mansion. However, Mr. Angard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Angard who took the bear to his mansion. Oh shit, no it wasn't. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There's no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew, disaster averted it looks. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? Remember, it's clear as day. Remember when you muttered to yourself at Angard's mansion? You have this area completely surrounded. What the fuck does he mutter? There's no way for him to escape. Can't believe it. That butler, all this time, who's the killer? The killer and Angard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Angard mansion as its butler. What a bold move. Shit. Fuck's sake, Angard. Fuck's sake, Edgeworth even. Why the fuck did you have to bring that up? You know, fuck's sake, Phoenix is the worst. Phoenix. This guy, I don't know how he managed to become, I don't know how he somehow managed to become a defense attorney. Don't know how. I just don't know. How can he reach this level of mastery and yet still be a defense lawyer? How has he gone through law school? I don't know. The bear figurine was brought back to Angard mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Angard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Why the fuck did they take the bear? But like, that's why the fuck did they actually take the bear though? That makes no sense. Like, why would he take it? Makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. It's not anything I can attack at all. I should try. I have to find something else. What will we do now, Mr. Wright? I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powell's testimony. What? There's still another one? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. And it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can be sure of. Where is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Sorry. Actually, so I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? We only saw his arm, but the arm, it was the Nicholas Sunrise arm. I swear it. You've got to be kidding! Fuck's sake, Powers! Couldn't you just shut your mouth? Are you sure that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nicholas Samurai. Fuck's sake. Ada, it looks like you dug your own grave. Yeah, again. Time to set today. That must count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nicholas Samurai. That's what we all know. My God, it's the Nicholas Samurai. Wait! Adrian, though! She was in the costume! She was in the spare costume! Thanks to the events, we've made that all clear. Can we raise an objection, please? I think I've had enough. We don't know why this bear figurine was at the defense mansion, as well as who it was who received the bear from the assassin in his room. As it has become clear, the client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Guard. I see no reason to continue. Therefore, I will now hand on my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. So, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? Knew to know, I swear. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objection, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Raise an objection. And now that there's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is an assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, this very same figurine was found at Angard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. Adrian! What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Adrian! The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and God for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. Yeah. But what about Mr. Angard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, he was asleep. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Angard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Miss Andrews, what's your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defendant's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What's with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Angard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so far to put the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty. It's murder of all things. This is safe, Maya. This is safe, Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order! Unobstructive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Andrews? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even if you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's was right. The killer did specifically bring that bag to our guard right away. What do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Okay, but the thing is, though, we know that the actual person who killed Juan Carrera we basically know that it was the killer, right? We're just basically trying to find out who his client was. But the thing is, if we can get Matt on guard didn't kill Juan Carrera, right? We can get him not guilty of murder, right? But we can probably get him guilty of like another crime, like hiring an assassin, for example, or like conspiracy to commit murder, you know? Something along those lines. So it's like we can get I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, but like and like the killer's logic, but like if the killer is in prison for murder, then like he can't blackmail us with Maya anymore. So it's like we could get Matt arrested and tried for conspiracy or like hiring an assassin, right? So yeah, true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. Who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Good logic. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Liar? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt on Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick! Pals, what's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called away. No strong power? I'm guessing that's Maya then. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew. That's good, pal. What about you? Anything else? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep this trial going until Maya's rescued. Or have we just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A 10? Huh? A 10? I could see a circus 10. Mia? It looks like Maya wasn't conscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it's Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window just 300 feet away. Come true. Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. It's a very big circus. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And I can see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. I feel like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard it, an old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Just look. Yeah, Mia! Coming in clutch for the lead. We love Mia. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die. Okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Okay. Call now reconvene. The killer, The man who murdered the victim handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Let me just look. Let me see. Okay, no. We're about almost halfway through, I guess. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of the murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right, it's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. What is she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. That's why it has stitches on it. So this figurine is a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks to be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. And we're going to save again. Despite the fact that we only saved like 15 minutes ago. A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough, to people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. Upon his new tie, it's like he's 5 all over again. The judge is so silly. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. Yeah. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Oh, huh? There's a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this is a present from you. That's right. It's a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it's a present from Miss Andrews. Wait, let's continue with your testimony. And so it was a present from Adrian to Juan. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Well, only the two of us, Juan and myself. It's a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. But it looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's time. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Yeah, because it was broken. Who else knew that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? Never told anyone. As long as Juan never told anyone either, and the only two of us knew. Two of you have. And of course that means Mr. God didn't know, right? I think this is all I'm going to get for now. Figurine updated in the court record. What is it, Edward? Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you now have to come to realise there is only one very important fact we haven't covered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewellery box. Now that we have agreed upon that point, there's only one logical question that comes next. And that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness. Yes. You're the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes a bare heart. Oh, she did it. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is this? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's a suicide note. The suicide note? Suicide note left by Juan Carreras' former manager, Psssttt Impacts. Oh shit, I forgot it was missing. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden by the victim, Juan Carreras himself. It seems Psssttt Impacts had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Is it though? Is it though? Because we can't confirm her handwriting. Order! Witness! Did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I went to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Miss Edgeworth's pace. So now that a suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right, at least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. Can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In a note, Psssttt Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by Angard, about being engaged to Karina and Angard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. I kind of feel bad for her. And that's all Mr. Impact has to say. I really feel bad for Celeste. There's one thing I'd like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Angard. Well, our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he's going to hold a press conference. My word, Angard values above all else his refreshing ex-husband image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public at any cost. Suicide had its own court record. It's Angard's fault that the woman killed herself. This time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible, what a selfish person. I guess there are cyber lawyers out there who will defend these groups too. We have to defend him though. It's not our fault that the killer kidnapped Maya. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? What hesitation, Phoenix? Gumption isn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and find the answer one more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation for one of those. The devil is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry. Still not on the figurine. Which one do I pursue? I'm going to say the suicide note. Wait, can we examine the note? No. I'm gonna say the note. And yeah. Fuck around to find out. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get Killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that man got killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems like a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Carino until the night of the murder. If that's the case, I say that Matt could not have known what was written on this note. No, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. It doesn't make sense. Order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I'd like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small camera, Your Honor. Fucking hell, the camera. Why did he have to bring up the camera? This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt and God and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Carino, was being spied on. His personal life was being... Oh my god, I have an itchy nose. His personal life was being watched on by none other than Matt and God. I have a very itchy nose. Order, Mr. Wright. My hair is being weird there. I've been noticing it like all stream. Like it's being weird. I don't know why. Because from what I can see on my screen, it just looks like a clump of like shit. I don't know what else to describe it, but it just looks weird. It's gone under my headphone lid, I don't know why. Yes, Your Honor. Don't tell me you knew about your client's side activities. Well, sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. See, I'm confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the subject. Where's I? But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoes, bug sweeper. For fuck's sake! By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on his camera. Matt Guy's fingerprints are on there? Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. God learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. Wait, no, because it was only on for an hour at like 8. It could be good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man in the bed killer guy? Shush, stop. Don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so ew, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Sitting away like a frightened child work. Now it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, I forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that you really should investigate. You should investigate? I really hate to see the prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What's this piece of evidence that he's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Or should I let it go? We're bullshitting this. I have an objection, Your Honor. Do we bullshit this? Do we bullshit this? That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. I am fucking desperate. I'm just in a cheat guide. This is your imagination right now. Cedric, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you forgot one very important thing. It's not what I just said. So you tell me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. There's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. It's only about... That's Mr. Pax's suicide note, right? Who knows? Oh shit, yeah. I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear. This bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago, which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analysed. We talked about that right in. So whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Mr. Pax or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. I have a discarding that I'm going to check. Mr. Wright, I didn't even see what the judge said. Okay, let's fucking hell. Are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews. I didn't realise the butterfly had fallen off here, and I thought that this butterfly up here had fallen off my wall, but no, it had fallen off my mic, and I just only now realised that, so I'm going to put it back on my mic filter. Didn't even bloody realise. You're the one who tried to pin this matter on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? The defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? We call the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame my guard. I didn't know such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you're the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense stated, the handwriting has yet to be analysed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. You're just going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. And they want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. Because that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate handwriting analysis my butt. That's just lying trying to buy more time. God is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! 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 Oh, what is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. What is it with him? What's that? What's the matter? What happened to the killer? Yeah, he got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. No, Maya! Maya, no! Maya, and after we got that lead from Mia as well. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but 2 of them are already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry, I just need a little more time, but don't tell me we don't. We don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh, what is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honour. Once in today's proceedings, you may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honour. Edgeworth, catch. A little animation of the phone. I could just spin it. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you've got to buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honour, you were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court law. I'm sorry, Your Honour. I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears I have no more choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time, I really can't do anything. You can't do shit. You really can't do shit. I'm just fucking... I can't do shit. At all. Court is now adjourned for the day. Shit. Oh. Wait. Edgeworth! Please wait, Your Honour. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes during Your Honour's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. Can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honour. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then we reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes. Please, Your Honour. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honour. Very well. At the prosecution's request, the court will take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Thank fuck! And also, I just realised my tags have gone off my stream. So I'm just gonna... I don't know. Fuck's sake, man. Can I add them on my phone? I just realised the tags have gone for some reason. So I'm going to add them back on my phone. Where's twitch.me? There we go. I'm just putting in the random tags at this moment. Shit. I just reset all my fucking tags. Jesus fucking Christ, I had chosen. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm just gonna re-add them all. Go to this. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Is that message to us? We don't have time to spit it out. Right. It looks like we missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and is rushed to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left for me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. No time! We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swept the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds like I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk card, say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm gonna make sure that no one can stop me now. I don't think I have any more fucking blood tap. I'll put out something where like, that's not a good thing to admit to liars. That's not really a good thing to admit. Like, and with bailiffs in the room as well. I'm obsessed by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something else among them that will be decisive evidence to during this. What the fuck? What's wrong with the detective? Come shoot, answer me! What's gonna crash? What the fuck? No one can stop me. Gumshoe! What happened? Sounds like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. Fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake, man. What the fuck? What was he thinking? Yeah, what the bloody hell was he thinking? Got to hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we can stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? Wait, wasn't there a truck on him? That's like this way. What? How? Sure can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Through? Where the fuck is she? Fran! She had the truck on him in the last case. Why are you picking up Francisca at a time like this? Oh, I see. I'm trying to get in contact with her. Trying to set Slade, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing right now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be in my turn to say defense attorney if he thinks right, choose his death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether or not you did your job well or not, it can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They've probably finished their handwriting analysis. So let's take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? We have like, this is the last part of Justice for All. This was actually a pretty good game. Other than Turnabout Big Top, which is like, my least favorite case. It's been pretty good so far. Like, I think with the tutorial case as well, I have pretty mixed emotions about Phoenix's memory, but I quite like this game. And obviously we're gonna do Trials and Tribulations after this. Call now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. How funny you also seem so distraught, Mr. Edgeworth. I realize. It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we've discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? I expected it to be fucking real. The handwriting analysis was just to buy time. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. This is a fake. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? We need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Carita? What? I'm sorry. What? Then what happened to what did happen to Miss Impact's actual suicide note? What? Well. So Miss Impact's never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Angard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Angard could not have known that, so that facts remained unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That doesn't sound very plausible. What the fuck is going on? This is insane. This theory that Angard has no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Something does seem wrong with it. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has. What do we need to say? We need to say towards it. Defense believes that the theory the prosecution has started contradicts testimony. Everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, and it's impossible for Mr. Angard to not have known it was a fake. Because of the camera. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor? Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right. How old is the judge? That he doesn't know what a camera is. A camera, you kids and your fancy sites nowadays. I'm sorry, how old does the judge have to be to not know what a camera is? Cameras have been around for like hundreds of years. Is the judge hundreds of years old? Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Angard knew of this existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Angard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Angard's motive for murder was has suddenly disappeared into thin air. Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Angard monitored Mr. Carita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Angard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Phoenix is actually being smart for once. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Angard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution, I'd like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth story that this is not like him at all. I'm not sure what type of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness is one person who is perfectly fit to answer the once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? Yes, go on, who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley the killer. I was afraid you might say that. Oh, Mr. The killer. Wait, Shelley the killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes, is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other ways left to us? And then witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here, Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is real Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! 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 Advice, Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We're satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carrera. Is this correct? It is, as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Carrera. Moonlamp. As I say, I didn't kill Mr. Carrera. Now that we have answered this, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on the witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give him my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I must say he seems to be mocking us. Feels that way. Just like Edgeworth does when in court. Well, it may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Okay, we've got the cross-examination. He barely said shit, though. So... we can hear anything you have to say. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on. Well, it appears there's one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. It's only because you don't know about my situation. between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients have ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer's trust so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It's never happened before, but if ever did, yes. That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please no more. Very well, it was only a hypothetical anyway. Wait. I'm just gonna go on a whim here. And present the camera. Because Matt had a ton of them at dinner. Shit! Because he hasn't confirmed that Matt is his client. Shit. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role because of the camera. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? That's a joke! Why are you trying to kill a judge? He's my man, my boy. No, I didn't say anything. Judges better watch himself. Yeah, we're talking about an actual murderer here. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. The egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You wouldn't live that very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less comforting. I don't really care about this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work together to talk. I'm not a therapist, you know. You have to do it in a certain fucking order. Why do we have to do shit in a certain order, fuck's sake? Why do we have to press shit in a specific order? It just makes no fucking sense. I do believe it's time to read the name of my client, don't you agree? What is it? I'm now counting myself to ask the client's name. I can't ask him, Mr. Right, then I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is Adrian Andrews. What? I'm sorry. Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I just think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. this witness is telling a very serious lie. But you're the one who summoned the witness. You're Shelley the killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt God, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. And now the judge knows that he's like kind of holding someone hostage, even if he doesn't know it, even if he doesn't immediately recognize that it's Maya. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided a suicide note, which is forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Margard is innocent. Then Carl, not guilty, seems to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue discussion and call me when you have reached the verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? The way this is going, Angard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edruff is right. The killer is lying. And Angard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defense? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. My testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Besides, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And upon his death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. My testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We all know that Miss Celeste Impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I'd say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. I know. Mr. Wright! You know the truth, tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Request the trial continue. Phoenix, I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You are a lawyer, I know. But Matt Angard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Angard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edruff that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Angard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But the witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edruff, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Has the verdict's been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed was the name of my client. What else could you name me for? Well, Actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done. But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is there any wonder no one likes to go to court? As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I say we cannot overlook his tampering with the scene of crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body at the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carino was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and the button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is more unexpected events with this time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Ashruff, we start the cross-examination today, but you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that also beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Yeah. We're gonna save. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, if it might raise suspicions on his end, but I have to do something to waste my time. Oh, witness, about requesting a hair. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after trial. No, I'm not thinking of hiring. Mr. Wright, yes. You want to kill me? You want to eat that, don't you? No! No, we love you, Judge. Wow. Guilty. Mr. Phoenix, you are hearing guilty. No, we're not guilty. Witness, let's continue. Disclose the name of your client. Yeah, your client. Are they not? Is he I accidentally pressed E instead of Q to press. I think that most people would be able to overlook another person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I would be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, changing your occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. Killer, and their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. You're talking about the button and the knife. Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I was making a point to make things as easy as possible. To make things easier, my business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work, but to disregard everything to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that's something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. Now, I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Wait, she didn't know. She said... She said that she was going. She made it. She either said she made the tomato juice for Juan Carino, or she made it like out of shock because she was like dehydrated or was about to faint or something. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, the client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. De Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. If this had been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. See your point, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange, yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection to this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Miss Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. We'll wait for the items the killer left to get back here. Okay, we're actually not too far off finishing actually. But just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Another witness testimony. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss a panelist of few matters. This is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your clients? That's correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Save. Wait, let's look through the whole thing first. Let's put some on this. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? With the brief pause. Witness, I would like you to give us a few more details. As me and my clients is a matter of principle, I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while always looking on me as I can't believe what actually questioning the fucking assassin that killed Juan Corrida. But Mr. Wright, was that testimony just now of any importance? Why he meets his clients is not important, and that is the point. But please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question is, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face I began to trust him. Now we know he definitely didn't meet Adrian. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true that what I say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, this testimony just now, and he put it was. I've heard what I think I heard just now, and I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of most importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. And let's present Adrian. These two? Jeff are the same person. Like, there's no way these two are not the same person. Listen. Now I have a discard thing that I'm going to attend to really quickly before we on with the rest of this trial. I'd like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Show the killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up about her. So what is the issue? What did you just say now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. It didn't break. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request, but he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means the killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. But luckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? I wonder how this was in the Japanese, dub, because this obviously came out first in Japanese. So I wonder. I assume that Adrian Andrews' name was just a more androgynous or like a more male, Japanese name. I assume. Shelley the Killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So that means you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth. And nothing but the truth. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was in the matter of one career and two of the small things. That's suspicious. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So he took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Got to say first. I'm going to question it first one in that thing that I thought was very suspicious. So, save here. That is suspicious, right? 2 or 3 other things? Yeah, tell us what these 2 or 3 other things were. Yes. What were these other things? Those things have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him side with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Whether or not that related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes. Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to cross-examine. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell a stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one? Wait, this is really looking bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what those other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have that much of a choice. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Clarita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? And handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include whatever you just stated in your testimony, as you wish. That is bullshit. I found this figurine at Mr. Angard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also a part of the plan to frame Mr. Angard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Do you have any problems with the disputed testimony? There is a contradiction because he said him earlier. So the killer says he gives the figurine to Mr. Andrews. But not somewhere that statement is there. Contradiction. You get he will cut the connection. If you want to make a strong point, you have to present strong evidence. Go over again. Go everything says. I love it. Person is witness any more will be extremely different interests. It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. Give it to Adrian Andrews. But if he saw Adrian, then why do we assume her to be a man? Shelley the killer. If she had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yeah, but that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note and burned it. Yeah. Order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle, which means... It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Agent Andrews to be the client. Exactly. Order. Mr. Phoenix, right. I've tried to mention this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of an argument. No, that's enough. If that is your only intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please, gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter to attend to. No, please. Please, not that way. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, please try to speedy and I may say my head otherwise. Oh my god. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... He's not okay. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? I don't understand this witness's this just now. Do you think there is a need to hear my testimony of this in earth? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution is... What's come over everyone? Even your prosecution rests. What's going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? We're so close to the end of the case, by the way. I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. If I end this trial here right now, then your client, Matt Angard, would be declared innocent, and in his place, Adrian Andrew would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Angard, to the stand. The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome for now lies in your hands. Okay, I think we're gonna try and get the bad ending. Dude, did the old guy kind of decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Oh god, this is the real oh god is coming out. So I guess even the old footy-duddy figured it out. Figured me out, Mr. God. What an atrocious lawyer I have, given his own client up like this. Not refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I settle with justice or should I save Maya's life? You better get on guard and a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. Say he's innocent. Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. That's murder. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It is what I choose. No, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, and your client, Mr. Margard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, Maglaya is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this if I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Margard, is guilty. He's definitely guilty. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Margard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Margard is... Was that Francisca? It's Francisca! Francisca von Karma. What are you doing here? Ow, you see me now, don't you? Mr. Phoenix Wright. This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is in his hair, in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What filthy old coat this is. That's confused. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for his ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside the coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now will change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. It requires that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. Okay, I think I know what to do. However, this one rule applies here. These items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence brought to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That's all we can hope for. The first item was a pistol. Did the killer pistol have anything to do with this case? Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We've yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I got the bullet they removed from my shoulder as sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. Pistol added to the court record. Second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from Angard Mansion. Oh shit, yeah, because we looked around, didn't we? Have you checked the contents of the tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it. That's right, it looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Because he dressed himself as a bellboy at the hotel. Is that uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I find interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform ends a court record. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is it, Your Honor? I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items which are the killer's hideout would be a very important clue. However, our question is not who did the killing. I'm going to save here so we can get the bad ending and the good ending. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Wakama. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. Anyway, there's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist, but you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, try, for my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2. First, make God wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Vanguard wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but it's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Vanguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Vanguard as his client, he would let Maya go. Me, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side, wait, you mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence, the defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've all seen the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There's no objections this time, correct? And then I'll pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I'll grant you one chance. One chance. Please show us your evidence who you think is the right person. That's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to remember. Okay, I'm going to save again in a different save file. In case I fuck this up. The save up. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, thinks there must be a way to save Maya while taking Vanguard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show this evidence to? I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you'd like to show this person. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? I was just one shot. Afraid I can't allow the defense to continue. What? I think this is the bad ending. I've never seen the bad ending before, actually. No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance. That is enough, Mr. Wright. I'll now state my facts. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Vanguard, not guilty. That's all. This court is adjourned. I just said that it came to end. I ran away from the courtroom. I wandered the streets alone. Never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. Heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. I feel bad now for Adrian. And Maya, of course, for losing Adrian. Miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. And that was the bad ending. Yep, get the bad ending and just got the achievement. Now, I didn't get the achievement for completing this. However, and let's just skip over this dialogue. Now I'm going to try and get the good ending and actually get the achievement for clearing this. So clearing episode 4 of the Phoenix Wright is turning. Now, who do we have to... I'm going to look at... I think we have to show it to Matt. I'm going to check. Because I don't want to fuck this up. I got the bad ending again. Oh no, I have to present Charlie the killer. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. That is the videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid MC seemed to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There's a video camera hidden at the crime scene. The actions were being recorded. What? Is that true? Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, actually. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. That's right. Why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. When did Mountain Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is managed to get out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. I'm talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. These are all assassins. How come now, Mr. Wright? Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They're thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the killer? We're breaking him, guys. We're breaking him. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. guess, by natural. It's the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks of plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That's the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors of all. Yes, that's right. But why if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break out a contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I'd follow that person to the ends of the earth to examine punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn the case around. Mr. Riot. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I'll now return to your precious item. What the? And an item! You'll return, Maya. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what... Miss Wakama, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. God, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You finally received the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I'd like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape from it now. Come on, Phoenix, plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Guilty. I'm gonna go guilty. My God. Even though I am a liar, I cannot make your client crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me, my wonderful self, guilty. Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I remember you helping out in this much. Miss Edgeworth, how is my guard? I've left Miss Von Carmen in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal with blubber right now. That's good. That's a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Mark, I felt like I had finally been saved. But this is the first time I've ever seen a smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I've felt comfortable with myself with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That's all. This call is adjourned. And we're back in the defending lobby. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. Now I realise that there is something more important than just getting a not guilty right. Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived and final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on the matter. Can't count on the evidence to help, meaning my to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Guard, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a liar means to you. Question, what would happen if we clicked not guilty then? If we clicked not guilty for Matt? Right. Edgeworth. I have good news. Maya's now safe in police custody. Really? Pills, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a control farm. Oh, Mr. Maya's safe. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches. It's totally hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? It's Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow. Why are you so smiling, Mr. Phoenix, right? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She made in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by the person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. The prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that's not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. I was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. Oh, what foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What, you trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you know that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, is that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. It's Von Karma. I want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll turn this to the police precinct later. There's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set a foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she said. She's saying by this action. You should keep this right. Okay. Nick! Maya! Maya! It's Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got a guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You knew I'd never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck with this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I ever did cook, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? I mean, to be fair, Pearl has been channeling Mia for like this entire trial. So, yeah. Thanks a lot. And Nick. Don't. Maya. Oh, Estadua. I believe you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress with Estadua. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Alright. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So they decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food. Hotel. Hey, Paul. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, even. I was about to say Edgeworth. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole. That's such a Gumshoe thing to do. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him. Yeah, did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. I mean, that was your own show, Will. You were Steel Samurai. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone come around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like a lot of bought stuff a new camera. Yeah, we still haven't found it. Well, pal, at least we can put this nasty case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, what do you think about it? You're the one who saved me the day. Who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Look, who by I tell you. You really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? We're being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough now. So what's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Ah. It sure is nice to finally see them both smile again. What is beeping? Is that Edra's phone? I'm guessing that's Edra's phone. What is Edra? I think it's picking up something up. Oh, it's a transceiver. Ah, that's switch from Carmen's transceiver. Oh, thanks to her. I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she's stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But Mr. Edgar, you haven't even eaten anything yet! You've eaten way too much, you glutton. To be fair, she was kidnapped for 2 days. I had fun tonight. Now if you excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say... Thanks, Edgar. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying that thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything to give to express how I feel. What's this? Thank you. So thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Maya. Yeah, Belly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? No! You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say, thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah. I kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. This is camera shopping in this hotel, you see. I just want myself to split up beauty here. There'll be anyhow for $3 grand! Your last camera was half that price! Huh? I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your seminar. Huh? Isn't it great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? I don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to lay it all out. This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. Objection. The classic Ace Attorney phrase. And that is the end of Ace Attorney Justice for All. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. No! It's not cool! You've escaped death, that's kind of sad. I just gotta get through the credits. I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya and Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Pearl. Who's paying for that? Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Gumshoe. Oh, Maggie! Love Maggie. I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. Hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing, yeah. Yes, I'm here to visit a patient. I'm glad that's haunted. Recently? Yeah. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. Is he talking about Francisca? I remember. I really need so much anxiety. Oh crap. Yep, Fran. Yeah, my if I got whipped up. I hate this guy so much. also hate you as well. It's time to begin our quest for second and second Travis Rex in Zimbabwe. Hey Max, what do you think of Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? Regina. I think that if there are any talking bunnies, even they wouldn't laugh at Mo's jokes. Mo's annoying. Mo. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. We're going to be more contemporary with my humours. Close represent. We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on a little bit. I don't like Ben either. Or Trilo. Don't like a lot of characters in that case. What's this? Right, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on stand. Can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's not just Pooh's idea, so that means they must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to come between Wendy and treat me like royalty. She's gone on her run again. This is one of the reasons that I don't like old bug. Rambles a lot. I appreciate everything you and Miss Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right, I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. Oh, she said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. It was like good to have met everyone. Oh, that's kind of surprising actually. I didn't expect Von Karma to contact Adrian. That's kind of surprising actually. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I'll take a short leave of absence. Prison. If you'd like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. International departures, Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? How do you know I was here? With this? That's... How do you plant some things on a certain person? Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it in there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout. Oh yeah, he took 4 things. I'm sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems like he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. A failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But for me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown away my whip away. Speaking of that, Ray gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honour or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead out without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That's supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You're going to use her during the trial, right? But you're dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Francisca von Karma. Oh no, Fran. I am Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. You'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Feel bad for her, kind of. Feel bad for Fran. I guess she's maybe going back to Germany, since that's where she tried for like 5 years. Phoenix Wright. One day. Someday. I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece. What was it? So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. What the bloody hell is it though? You can't just leave me on this cliffhanger. What the bloody hell is it? Oh, it's the card. Was it the card? Play episode 4. I've just got the achievement. Play episode 4. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I'm sure I'll get the achievement soon for completing all. Do I get achievement for completing all of Justice for All? I don't think I do. And that is the end of Justice for All. Our next game is Trials and Tribulations. Then we'll have finished the trilogy. So I hope you have enjoyed. And I'm not going to raid anyone today because it's kind of getting on late. And I want to wake up early to do revisions on to do some revision. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this stream, and I shall see you guys next Friday. So yeah, bye guys, bye bye.